Come on, let's see how we do against Man United. Let's have a good performance from the lads. Hopefully get ourselves a few goals in this game. Not concede as many as well, that's what I'm aiming to do. Here we go, Sanchez to shoot, and what a save from David De Gea. Brilliant bit of build-up play there though, that was fantastic from us. Kept the ball well, I mean now we just need to try and win back the ball, which we've been struggling to do, but Cavani's done it very well there. Oh, come on ref, I've gone for the ball clearly there, you can't book me or worse. And it's luckily a yellow card, I thought he was reaching for his red then. We've got a bit unfortunate I think for that one, that's a bit disappointing the ref's given it. I've obviously lunged in there, but I have clearly gone for the ball. It's just turned and made me go through the back of him. Oh, no way, is that a penalty? What's happened there, Koscielny? That's going to be a red or something, isn't it? Got a feeling. He was going away from goal, though, as well. It's a yellow, luckily, for us again. And I've gone in for the tackle, and I think it's partly due to the rain. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I've gone in for the tackle. From my angle, it looks like it's going to do that thing where it slides and gets the ball. In fact, it's actually gone from behind somehow. Don't know how I've managed that. Look, I've gone to try and get round the player and the ball. Instead, for some reason, it's gone through the back of the player, which is a bit frustrating because usually it doesn't do that. But anyway, we've got a penalty to try and save now. Wayne Rooney will step up. And which way is Czech going to go? Okay, I went the right way. It was just a bit delayed. And Man United have gone 1-0 up already. This isn't great for us, but one more goal, I think we would still win this game. And that is it for the first half. We are still losing the game 1-0 and 3-2 on aggregate. Hopefully we can get back into this game. And I said the possession was better, I think, earlier on. But from those stats, it really isn't better, is it? I'm sure I've had loads more of the ball than that. But it doesn't help when the team all the time spends about a third of the match kicking the ball behind their defence. I mean, it's fine because that's what they do in real games, but not when the matches are so short when you're playing on them. You know, it's a bit frustrating when that happens. So, yeah, we just need to try and get back in the lead now, and hopefully they stop passing the ball around in the defence. Okay, now it's time we made some changes. We're going to take Costa off and bring on Ozil. I'm also going to take off Ward-Prowse and bring on, I think, Danny Welbeck. Hopefully that improves things. Don't really know how that's going to go, but I'm taking a little bit of a risk there. 5 minutes to go, and yeah, we have barely touched the ball recently because what are they doing? They're passing it round the back, and there's no chance of me getting hold of the ball whatsoever. Because this game makes it difficult for you to win back the ball. Really difficult. The computer managed to do it nice and easy, but it's so tricky when you are the player. I mean, how am I supposed to get anywhere near when they're passing it around like that? It's unbelievable. And again, just losing it so easily. This is on, I think, ultra attacking as well, by the way. So this is our team really going all out for it in the final few minutes. Oh, I thought I'd got through then as well. And that is it, we have lost the game, which is absolutely ridiculous. Just to quickly note, they had 69% possession. Nearly 70% of it they had. Not great. And guess what, it would have been against Tottenham as well, but it's not going to be anymore because we went out in the semi-finals. Okay, so the part of the video that you've just seen is from my previous recording session in episode 14. That I just wanted to put in at the start of this episode purely because I wouldn't have been able to get out of the video on time if that had been on the end of the last episode that you saw yesterday. So this is now the actual episode. I've seen the votes for the De Gea deal, and basically I'm glad I did the vote because I was about 2 seconds away from signing De Gea up, purely because he's a young keeper and everything like that. And I'm glad I did the vote because generally about 80% of people, if not higher, said that I should not sign David De Gea. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sign him. We will now just reject the offer. It's a little bit of a shame. I completely understand why you guys have said that. I don't really need a better keeper. I mean, Czech's actually better in overall. He grows loads, Petr Cech, even though he's older. And it just keeps things more realistic. So it's completely understandable. I'm now going to move on to player drills. And hopefully we can get some players going up in overall. If we could go hit like 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated also as well. Obviously didn't manage to say that at the start of the episode because it was from the previous recording session. We are going to try and get Iheanacho up in this episode. Now that is the aim. I'm pretty sure he will go up now. In fact, he does go up very quick. If you want someone young for any career mode that goes up fast, this is your guy. Just stick him on hard difficulty drills and he goes up so fast. So definitely try and sign him if you can. I'm also going to maybe try and get up Cavani or Welbeck, but I want to try and have a look at other players as well. I'm going to try and get up, one of which is going to be Petr Cech. We're going to go for one-on-one goalkeeping on that one. Fullbacks, any players that are close to going up. This guy is on my in my youth squad, so I am going to go with him, put him on a hard difficulty one, just see how he gets on with that really. Onto the centre-backs, and anybody close to going up. Mertesaker's fairly near. We will put him on a hard difficulty one. And onto the final one, which will be a winger or midfielder. Looks like it'll be Costa, but let's have a look. Anybody else that looks like they could go up here? No, so we are going to go with Douglas Costa, who played fantastically for Bayern Munich, even though Arsenal did beat them last night. But yeah, that is going to be another hard difficulty one. Brilliant result for Arsenal, though, by the way. Let me know in the comments if you did watch that. Very good game. A tactical game, obviously, by Arsenal. And look at that. Ayacho's gone up, and so has my youngster. He's gone up massively. Look at that. Brilliant. He's nearly at overall of 48 now. I think he said level 48. That would have been right. But Costa sadly didn't go up. He didn't go up that much actually at all on any of his attributes. But they are the players that have managed to go up nicely. Now we will move on to the Stoke City match now. Okay, so this is the player that we will be getting at the end of the season. Looks very talented, very fast, and yeah, should be a very good player for us. That is looking very good. I don't know if I'm going to be signing anybody else, and now I'm not really too sure. This is the last chance I can actually sign anybody until obviously the transfer budget. I think a little bit of it rolls over into the next season, but not too much. So I've got 17.5 million left, and I don't really know whether to put in another bid or not. So I'll quickly go through the team, and I'll be back in a second if I've found any sort of gaps in the squad that I think need filling. Okay, I think I'm going to make one final signing, and it's going to be Mbolo. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I'm pretty sure most people in the comments of the last few episodes have been saying get rid of Danny Welbeck. Now, he's not someone I originally wanted to get rid of, but if there's a decent backup, then I may as well get rid of him, to be honest. He's not fantastic, is he? He's not going to, obviously, really challenge to genuinely get in the team, Danny Welbeck. So, it's a shame because I wanted to try and grow him and improve him quite a lot, but he doesn't really seem to want to grow that much. So, he's 81 overall at the moment, 25 years old, 15.5 million. I was tempted to go with a straight trade, but I don't think I will do that because I don't believe Mbolo is worth 15.5. So, what I'm going to do as an initial bid is we are going to go 8 million. If that is accepted, then we'll try and get rid of Danny Welbeck separately. I will just quickly transfer list him, and then we'll probably move on to the Stoke game. I don't think I'll be playing that one yet, but we'll just have to see. No, sadly I won't be playing this game. I will actually be simming it. This is the team I've gone with. It's a fairly changed team. I mean, I brought in Chambers, Gibbs, Cesares and Koscielny at the back, and then we've got Ramsey and Coquelin. Ward-Prowse, Costa and Walcott make up the attacking midfielders, so I've left out Ozil and Sanchez just to kind of give them a bit of a rest. Cavani is in front of them though, and hopefully that's a good enough team to get us the win. We are away at Stoke, so potentially could be an interesting fixture, this one. I also need to go through at some point my Spanish team as well. I need to show you that because we haven't done anything with them so far. I'm not really too sure when the next internationals are, so that should be interesting anyway when that does crop up. Hopefully we can get ourselves a win though. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves an early goal as well, and by early I just mean a goal in this first half. That generally settles down my nerves slightly. They have had an injury and I've had to take him off straight away as well. Walshine has come on as his replacement into the second half. Crouch on Juve off, and there is about 30 minutes left of this game. Still managed to find a goal, which is disappointing. Can we get a goal with 15 minutes left of this match? Skip. No, it finished 0-0. Wow, that was not very eventful at all. We have got the scout report for Tillemans through. He's 76 overall and 18 years old. Looks very talented. I don't think I'll get him now though. I think I'll wait until the end of the season, and I think at the end of the season I'll be getting rid of like Coquelin and Arteta, players like that really. I think they might be leaving, potentially. We'll move on to transfer deadline day now. We've got one email to look at. Let's see what it is. FC Basel said they've accepted 8 million, which kind of makes me question whether I've offered him too much. I'm pretty sure it's around 7 or 8 million that they generally want for him, and he wants 50 grand a week, which is a lot for an 18-year-old. We're going to go 40 grand, which is still a lot for a 14-year-old every single week. Sorry, for an 18-year-old every single week. We are going to get a 5-year contract, and bonus per goal is 20%. Don't really know if that makes a difference, to be honest. And squad rotational player, is that fair? Yeah, we'll go with that. I think he's about 76 overall, isn't he? 78, something like that. So yeah, that's about fair enough. Obviously, when he proves, and I'm sure he will improve quite a lot because he's generally very talented. He will become a better player and obviously a more important player to the team, and he has accepted that, so we've managed to sign him up. Brilliant news, and we left ourselves with 9.5 million and 40 grand a week, so we've got enough there to hopefully carry most of that over into the next season. Now we just need to get rid of Danny Welbeck. That is the aim, so I'm glad I didn't put him as part of the trade deal, otherwise they would have probably pulled my hand off or something just to get that deal, wouldn't they, really? Let's have a look. Do we get a bid in for Danny Welbeck? No, it's a bid for Cavani, and it's 36.5 million from Manchester United. We're going to reject it. I was after more, sort of 40 to 50 million for him, really, but they've not quite offered me that. Our net spend, if you like, is actually only 17 million, so we've not actually spent that much in January, considering the players I've got rid of, which is 50 million worth of players. I've actually got in 67.6 million worth of players, so a lot of spending actually this year. I'm looking forward to the team I have at the end of the season as well, but let's see. Can I get rid of Danny Welbeck? And we have an offer, and an offer for Francis Coquelin as well. Let's see, Danny Welbeck, 16 million. I'm going to try and push for 17, because I'm a little bit cheeky there. Let's see what's... okay. As one of my friends comes online. Ooh, that is tempting, actually. But not for that amount. We will go, I think, 13.5 million. If they match that, I'm happy to get rid of him. And we'll just recall Rabiot, or whatever his name is. Newcastle also want him, but that's an awful offer for Newcastle, to be honest, isn't it? We are just going to go with 17 million again. I think that's what I counted the other one, or was it 17.5? Anyway, I'm happy either way. If they decide to match that, I'll recall Rabiot from his loan, and yeah, we'll get rid of Francis Coquelin now, sadly. They've come back. Newcastle have said 13 million. Monaco have said they've matched the 13.5 for Coquelin, and Spurs have also matched the 17. And the reason why I said sadly for Francis Coquelin is because he does make the game more realistic having him, but I don't think he's particularly good on this game, sadly. And so we do have other players that I want to be playing. I will just reject that Newcastle deal. And yeah, I'm probably just going to call Rabiot back, and we've got rid of 2 players there, so that money hopefully carries over, and we've actually now sold less than I've spent, which is pretty impressive, really. That never happens for me, but it has. Coquelin's gone off to Monaco, which is good news that it won't interfere with us in the Premier League, really. So that's 11.5 million, and Danny Welbeck's on to Spurs, so our rivals, which obviously is a bit unrealistic and probably wouldn't happen in real life, but I think I just wanted to get rid of him, to be honest. We didn't need him in the end. And yeah, that is pretty much everything, I think. How long left do we have? 3 hours left. Do I need another striker or not? I've kind of just suddenly thought, me getting rid of Danny Welbeck. No, I've got Iheanacho. I think I'll be fine, really. And Bella's 76 overall, which is decent. Yeah, I don't think I need another striker. I've got 3 strikers there that are good enough to play. Obviously, if Cavani gets injured, then we are in a little bit of trouble, but I think I'm okay, to be honest with you, at the moment. I'm tempted by Jovetic. I always like to get Jovetic in. I think he's a very talented striker, but for now, I think I'm fine. However, I need to call back Rabiot from Bournemouth, who is on bad form at the moment. We are going to recall him, and hopefully maybe he gets a few starts for us, but can't see it being that often, to be honest. So yeah, that is it for the transfers, I believe. I've got like 35 million, just under, still left, which is pretty incredible. I don't think there's anybody else I want to sign. No, I don't think there is, so I'm just going to see out the rest of these hours now. Hopefully, it is true that some of the money transfers over into the next season. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But yeah, I'm very happy with the signings that I've made. Obviously, recalling Rabiot back from his loan as well is kind of like a new signing for us, really. I know we got him at the start of the season, but to have him back as Francis Coquelin's replacement is very good news. Look at the... Oh, no, not as the transfer window's ending. You can't do that to me. 2 months. Mesut Ozil. Oh my god. Luckily, we have quite a big strength in depth, but he has been a source of goals at the start of the season, so it is definitely a loss. We've also got Francis Coquelin, Danny Welbeck, sorry, not Danny Welbeck, Theo Walcott is what I meant, and Costa that can all play out wide. So it's not a huge loss, but it's Mesut Ozil. It's probably our joint top-rated player, is it, along with Petr Cech and Sanchez. So it's a big loss anyway. Transfer deadline day, there was 147 million spent. And let's have a look at the scouting updates. Let's see. So 55 overall, that's pretty good. Can't promote him yet, either of those 2 players. 51, 52, and 55. He actually looks pretty decent in terms of overall, but his potential isn't great. Oh, what do I do? I think I might promote 1 player here. I don't want to promote anybody. I want to pick them specifically for a sort of a position that I need. I mean, what position is this guy here? He's a CDM. Do I need a CDM? Okay, I'm going to try and get in Tommy Tanzer, a physically strong 5'4" CDM. Let's just try and offer him a contract. I think he'll probably join us, won't he? I don't think there's any chance of them rejecting it. I'm pretty sure anyway. We will move on now and do some player developments. We will quickly, hopefully, just get through some of these. I'll be back in a second once I've decided on the players that I'll be trying to improve. These are the 5 players I've gone for. Let's see how we do. Hopefully Cavani goes up to an 86 after this. No, he doesn't, actually. Iheanacho's, again, very close to going up in overall, which is brilliant news. Cavani's getting so close, but still hasn't gone up. Same with Costa, and Czech's getting there, I think, now. Tommy Tanzer has decided to accept the contract. Brilliant news. Total prize money, 90 grand. Aaron Ramsey wants to discuss wages. Chamberlain wants to play in the upcoming match, and giving us it's okay to play. So we will discuss wages with Aaron Ramsey first, and then I'll put Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain into the team ready for the next match. Okay, Aaron Ramsey basically wants 140 grand a week, which is incredible, really, isn't it? He's already got 3.5 years left on his contract, so he wants, obviously, an extra year put on top of that as part of signing the new deal. 140 grand is ridiculous, though, for him. I am just going to go ahead, just to make sure he stays happy, I'm just going to go ahead with it. But it is slightly frustrating not having to give out those sort of contracts. It's not the player's fault, it's the game's fault, alright? I'm putting it down to that. But these players need to decide whether I'm actually going to sign them up again for another season. They didn't actually get picked to be signed by any other club, so that means I have the choice of obviously keeping the players myself now. Okay, actually, they got the height wrong of this player. He's actually 5'11", so how they've managed to get the height of a player wrong, I'm not really too sure. Luckily, he can also play centre-back as well, which is fantastic for us, so he can play in a few different positions. He's actually fairly fast and fairly strong for his age as well, so looks actually very talented. Really happy with that. Hopefully get him growing as well, but he won't be playing in our next game against Bournemouth. This is the team I'm going to be using to play against Bournemouth. It won't be in this episode, though, sadly it'll be in the next episode, purely because don't quite have enough time to fit it all into this one. It is going to be an away match and a game that I will be playing as well. I'm looking forward to it. Got a new signing in Bolo playing. I've also got Chamberlain starting as well, and a few different players on the bench. Mertesacker starts this game, which is unusual for me. I don't tend to put him in my starting 11 due to the lack of pace in game. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. If you could go support it by hitting the thumbs up button and also subscribing as well, that'd be really appreciated. And until next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.